Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Zelda Classics Quest of Beings. First quest. I am Nitro6003. Today, we're going to take out level 7, but before we do, there's an item I'm going to try to get. It's a little bit on the dangerous side to go in this area, but it's as good a time as any to get this item. And it allows us access to level 8. You don't need any special items to get there other than the magic wand, which we already have. Seems like so long ago that we got that white sword prior to going into level 1. And we were only able to hold 255 rupees at that point. And so... a long way we've come since then. And there's still more upgrades, believe it or not. There's still another ring upgrade. There's a couple. There's another sword upgrade. There's another arrow upgrade. So this is the dangerous route I was talking about. Level 7 is actually right over here. We're going to pass right over it in a second. But before we are able to get there, we need to go this direction. Make sure you have the mirror shield for this, or else you're not going to make it through. Let's just put it to you that way. Because here you have Death Octoroks. And they are dangerous. And there's really no point in killing them because they're just going to respawn anyway. And of course you have Wizrobes, which doesn't make this any easier. Let's see if we can't... there we go. Get our health back. You want to stay as close to full health as possible when you're doing something silly like this. I mean, obviously, it's probably best if you do this with later on, but there's no time like the present. And here you just have some simple Pole's voice. And actually having the red ring is really helpful. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, that is a death trap right there. You don't get anything for killing all those Death Octoroks up there. So don't bother. Yeah, see, it's like a hornet's nest of Death Octoroks. It's a hornet's nest of Death Octoroks in that area, so we're just going to skip right over that. Because there's plenty of them here to deal with. And I think there's a regular patron here too, isn't there? Oh, when they come swarming like this, there's nothing you can do about it. So just stay in one area is probably your best bet to take these guys out. But when they come if they all come swarming like they just did to me, there's really nothing you can do about it. You're just gonna end up having to waste a potion. I mean, there's no two ways around it. And there's no other way to kill these guys other than the sword or the actual physical attack of the magic wand. Could do it too. Come on. See, like the magic wand does nothing. Come on, fly over here, please. Fly over here, Mr. Patra. Patra, come on. Come on. Come over here. Hey, you. Patra. Excuse me. I'm asking nicely. which I usually don't do. All right, so here's your red candle. And yes, you do have to go backwards a little bit. Oh dear. Yeah, it's not a pleasant thing to do, but it is necessary if you want any chance of beating the game. And it's not like you can have any advances between now and then. You can't get the items that you need in order to make it easier. And you know what? I am going to kill all these Poles voice for heart refills. I have so much money I don't know what to do with, so. Just refill my hearts there. Because your arrow, believe it or not, is as strong as your wand. Oh, you know what? I can get the last heart container. Because that's over here also. So here you have regular Patras. And you finally see some of these guys around. Luckily, they don't respawn. And this is why you could not have the magical sword going into level 5. Because they are guarding the final heart container in the overworld. Oh, very good. All right, final heart container acquired. And don't worry about the whiz robes. So this is where level 9 is in this last little area here. So just going to show off what's here, in case you're wondering what's in this area. More Death Octoroks. Yeah, so it's just a circle. Yeah, these guys are a pain. They are a pain. So now we pretty much have the whole overworld explored, except for what's in there and where level 9 is. And yes, you're going to have to come all the way back up here to get to level 9 later. Alright, so here is level 7. And this level is not hard per se, but it introduces you into these guys. And they take a lot of punishment. They are a glutton for punishment, is what they are. And if you spam your sword, you can get rid of that Wizro before he does any damage or anything. So continuing on this path here, watch the mirror robe, please. It does not, sorry, the wind robe, I should say. And just walk straight through the wall. And believe it or not, this is not a hard room. It's just dealing with more Death Octoroks. And this is part of the reason having an extra key is not a bad thing. Get rid of these guys. And you're given a weapon later to deal with Wizrobes even better than you do now. So, grabbing the map, continue on this path here. And use your mirror shield to your advantage. It is a great item, and it really helps. And I have almost full health going into this next room, which could be on the ugly side. Actually, believe it or not, trying to get a clock from him is not a bad idea. Just spam your sword. Get rid of him. And like I said, use your arrows. It's actually not it's really not a bad item to use. You have so much money, and there's really nothing more to buy. There we go. Get rid of him. And here's where you're going to find your item of the dungeon. Get rid of him too, if possible. As fast as possible. Get rid of all the junk first, before you release the dig dodgers onto you. So grab yourself the hammer, and you will need this to beat the level, by the way, so FYI. And believe it or not, it hurts Wizrobes too. It's a really cool thing. It's magic sword strength. So you could probably see that you need your hammer to get through this room. And just stumble your way across. Until you find the door. By the way, nothing in this room. Just continue on. And here you have more dark nuts. And it's actually a better idea to just stay behind the post. Unless you got a clock. No need to deal with him until the other garbage is out of the room. Break his shield. Keep him at bay. Yeah, these super dark nuts are really good. So continuing on now. We've done the whole upper path. Now we can finally take care of the lower path. And we don't have to kill these guys again, thankfully. We already killed them once. So just be careful of the wind robe in here. Because while you're dealing with the blue whiz robes, you don't want that to happen. But luckily we're not far from there, so but unfortunately for us, everything will respawn that we've already killed, which makes it a little harder, but it's not too terrible. I just don't know where the wind robe is. That's the problem. Trying to get rid of that wind robe first. Oh, I think he's dead. Come on. Alright, so now we can finally go down. Having an extra key is a really good thing. So, continuing on this path. This dungeon is quite linear. I mean, there's really not a heck of a lot you could mess up. And you do want to go down first. Oh, wait a second. There's two of these guys. Oh, clock lit. Gimme. Oops, wrong item. Oh. Wow. That was closer than I would have liked. Come on, drop some hearts, guys. Drop some hearts. Yeah, there we go. Good, you're getting more hearts. How about a fairy? Well, not a fairy, but not a bad thing either. There's the key. Oops. Did not want to do that. And these guys are really good for health refills. As you can see, I was down to, I believe, heart and a half. And there is your compass. Now this room is a pain. Because you got all the... crap in here. And I don't know where the blue bubble went. There he is. I don't even believe you get anything for killing these guys. Yeah, you don't get anything for killing them, so just ignore them. If you just stay like right here, you'll get your invincibility frames and you'll be able to kill them pretty easily because they'll just keep running into you. And if you want to use your arrow, you certainly can. I mean, you have enough money. Save that fairy there. Yeah, you get a lot of these BS Patras here. So, luckily these guys don't respawn each time you come back into the room. And I guess they're kind enough to drop fairies, which is nice. And here you gotta be really careful because you got Windrobe here. And you don't want to go back to the beginning now. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on the Windrobe to the best of my ability. There it goes. And you do have to kill these guys to find the boss key. And now we can make our way to the end. And like I said, luckily these guys will not respawn. And just ignore these guys. So, if you don't have the mirror shield, you gotta come back. Because it's the only way to move these blocks here. So wait for the shot. And that's how you remove the blocks. Now, here you have to be careful. Because the mirror shield is actually a nuisance right now. Yep, that's why you can't use the mirror shield. So I'm going to do this one first. Oop. And you just have to keep listening to that string over and over and over again. So you just have to carefully... I'd rather actually get hit by the statues than let them ruin my day. There we go. Yeah, once you get it past a certain point, it doesn't matter. Oh, clock, good. Another clock. I think there's 10 of these guys in here anyway. Yeah, already back up to full health. Ignore the Windrobes. You don't get anything for killing them. It's actually not a bad thing that there's all these dark nuts here, because you really should be at full health. And just break all their shields. And look at this, they even give you a free potion. I'll pick it up. Now this is a ugly room and a really nasty way to start this room here. There's 3 circle BS Patras in here. 4 circle BS Patras. It'd be kind of funny if one of them dropped the clock. I don't know if they're able to. I don't know if Eddie programmed it that way. Because you can program which enemies drop what. And you guessed it, you're going to get a regular Patras too. Don't worry, they have not lost their edge. But they're actually not that hard, considering. By the way, there's worse Patras in this quest than these guys. A lot more annoying. And when we get to them, I will explain how to handle them to the best of our abilities. And now we can go straight to level 8 and just save there, because we still have the key. And the quickest way to level 8, F6, back to the start, and then we have to make it all the way over here. It's not far. And then we'll save there and call it a video. And then in the next part, we'll take out level 8. And then make our way to level 9. So just stay on this top path here. And remember, I showed you that white bush from way back when? Well, now we finally have the means to do something about it. Now, if you don't have the key from level 9, you can't do anything here. So you make sure you either have an extra key from one of the other dungeons, or you have to go all the way to level 9 and then come back here. So in the next part, we will take out level 8 and get ourselves to level 9. I'm Nitro6003. I'll see you guys all next time.